watch House of the Dragon. I am watching The Boys right now. If you can watch The Boys, you can watch House of the
I
Dragon.
stopped watching it though, like after season 2. That's
This is House of the Dragon's at season 2, so you'll get the exact same amount.
I don't know.
What up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls?
Dude.
What keyboard did you get?
The
keyboard I got,
iPhone or something like that. Let me look at it.
the keyboard that I got,
Mm-hmm.
highly recommend.
Highly recommend.
It has been so good so far. I like it. I love it.
It is the NuFi Air 75.
NuFi Air 75. Newfie.
I don't know how to do it. It's pretty sweet. So it's it looks like,
Which one?
Let me show you. Looks like this.
Mm.
Not the black. It might be. Actually, it might be this one. Actually, it's more this one.
Mm.
And it has. It doesn't have that.
So just yeah. Do you know what keycaps you got?
No idea.
Oh, no.
I think just the. I think it's just basically what it came with.
You just had the standard one?
Yeah.
You just bought it?
Well, I didn't buy it brand new. I bought it off some guy off Facebook Marketplace.
Oh.
So I bought it like for half the price. It was like $100. Well, I bought it for $50.
He's sending it to you, or you're meeting with him?
I got it. I have it right now.
You're using it right now?
No, it's upstairs.
Oh, why aren't you using it?
Oh shoot! I forgot to go live on Facebook.
Because
It's more for the upstairs. Because we don't have a keyboard upstairs for our computer up there. So.
Oh, I could have given you a keyboard.
I think I gotta do this number here because that I don't like the sound I was giving off. So I'm doing this one. By the way, right now they are going through my hometown on The Bachelor. My wife just texted me live on
driving
air.
through.
They're driving through because the girl that's from my hometown, she made it to she's going to make it to the final 2, and they're meeting the families, and so they're going through her my hometown. Frickin' Becker, Minnesota, man. Daisy Kent putting this on the board.
Putting us on the board.
I mean, this is the main thing, though. I think I was talking to my wife. Oh, I gotta stop sharing my screen, dude.
Ignis, watch him pray.
I was talking to my wife
Find
about this
in
whole thing,
me
and
all in all.
oh, jeez.
Oh, sorry. I was just listening to some music. Go ahead.
Please don't walk. What are you doing?
What?
Oh my gosh! Just because you have a mic and you can walk around and talk.
I'm literally grabbing tissues, man.
Yeah, but now you're just gonna walk around it, just the whole time.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. Would you rather me walk around with no mic and not talk and just leave you to yourself? Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, I wouldn't. But I would rather see you and talk to you because we also have a video.
Okay, you want to talk to me? Go ahead, talk to me. All right, I got freaking tissue up my freaking nose.
What's wrong with you?
I got freaking allergies, man.
Dude, you're messed up. You got some freaking real problems, and you got to deal with it, dude. You should really deal with that.
I am. I'm dealing with it with you guys at the same time.
Real freaking problems, and I didn't want to say it, but I freaking said it, dude. If you guys haven't seen, new setup over here on my side. got a freaking. If you guys, we're also sorry about last week. Oh man, was it a?
What happened last week, Regan?
It's a sad week, dude. Well, not really a sad week. It was a
It was a
struggle
really good week for you.
and a happy. It was up. It had its ups and downs. I sold my old PC, which was an Alienware R6, and I upgraded some things in it. So I sold that, and then I decided it's about time. It's about time I built myself a PC. I've had this case, if you can see on stream. If you're not, it's just a big old blob, just a big old brick. I bought this about a month or two ago. Yeah. He got the Jordan Holler, the baller, is in chat. Let's go. He's freaking back. Have you told Regan how stealthy like you were tackling his dog this weekend? Kaylee says
I did.
He would not shut up about it. That's the thing.
Shut up. Yes, I did. I told
he
you
would
one time.
not stop talking about. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I'm just kidding. The back in business, baby. Oh my god. On his phone on the podcast. How?
I got a message from someone.
So every time I get a message, I can just look at my phone.
Yeah.
Every freaking time. No, dude.
Yeah, I don't
give
care.
You my
it's our
freaking.
It's our freaking podcast. Who cares?
My word.
That'd be like us going to dinner. Would you answer your phone during dinner? Would you answer your phone during dinner?
No.
Yeah, you would.
Depending on who it was, probably, and even in like right now, if I was having dinner with you, I would only answer the phone if it was with my wife. If it was my wife.
You would only answer the phone if you were with your wife.
No.
Okay. So now we know, Tyler, make sure you write this down.
Not at all what I meant.
He only answers.
Yes.
I didn't say it. Didn't come out of my mouth.
But anyways, so we got the setup going. Got the shelves that we were talking about up. Whoever did these shelves, makes these shelves, horrible. I'm sorry to say it. They did horrible. They sent for a first shipping thing with only the board, no brackets, no of those black brackets right there. So I had only boards. So I was like, well, this is stupid. I'm going to return it and say, hey, give me my money back. So then I applied for a refund or whatever you send it back, the old send back. And I get a package in the mail from them like a couple days later. And it was the brackets. And I was like, no way.
The brackets of the board separately.
I don't know. They were in the same box. And I hear myself. Somebody's got. Do you have it on in your? Sorry, I just hear myself, and it just was bothering me a little bit. I'm sorry. Anyways, but like they sent the same box. Oh, now they got 3 of me. Golly.
Hold up.
Oh my word.
Let me switch.
Because over here.
So hold on. No. Because I've got my mic as my headset microphone, but it needs to be
calibrated,
set as the headset microphone. So give me a second.
The headset. What are you talking about?
Basically the thing is registering that anything that comes through the sound needs to be registered as a sound on my headset through my mic, not what's coming from my mouth to the mic.
Okay, so this is weird. This is the first time I've ever seen this. In our recording overview, it shows the 2 of us, but then there's one in audience. What is going on? What are you trying to do? What are you doing to me?
I had to test the theory. So here, hold up.
So, oh my God.
I have to test the theory. I have to test it. Let me know what you hear when I do.
What's going on right now? This is the pre-show. We should have this all together.
Well, luckily it's the pre-show.
Oh my word! Oh gosh.
Um.
Well, guys, while Matthew does this,
Okay.
what? Ready? I can hear it somewhere, but I can't hear it.
You can't hear that?
I can hear it, but like it's not coming from like this. It's coming from something over by you. Like I can hear it through your microphone. Can't hear anything now. Nope, nothing coming in.
What about now? You got to talk, I guess. I don't know.
Am I? Oh, I thought you were playing something.
I was.
I can't. Oh, now I hear. I heard you.
I literally just turned on the sound for our stream, and it's coming back through.
Yeah, through. Oh, it must be coming through your headset. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't know. Let me.
Well, anyways, what a weekend we had. Let me pull this up. This weekend was a wild weekend. If you guys haven't known,
What about now?
I can still hear myself.
What about now?
I definitely can still hear myself.
What the frick? I hate this so much, dude.
No, it's okay. You should just wild weekend. Had a big weekend with the fam. I got really pissed off. Not gonna lie. As I was I can still hear myself. My word.
I'm sorry. I see you struggling, and I'm like, oh, what is going on, dude?
Anyways, bunch of so my family gets together once a year, like all of us. So there is a total of 7 siblings. So I have 5 brothers and 2 younger sisters, and they live they're scattered, but once a year we all get together and just hang out. We do competitions, and these competitions, they get really into it. Like I'm pretty competitive, and I lost every single one. Ping pong, which is something I always
sounds
pride
like you
myself
suck at.
In. Lost to my brother Riley, and it just it pisses me off too. And he's not even like, I guess, I mean, he's good enough to beat me, but I just didn't feel like he was better than me. I just know I was better than him, and I lost. Lost in some basketball, like the basketball game. You know that one, like the
one we played at the church?
Yeah, exactly. What do you call that?
The basketball machine?
The basketball, yeah, something like that. And they had one, so it was at an Airbnb, and they had that. They had a foosball table. It was crazy. And then we did bags. That's just a Minnesota thing. To bags.
The bags. It's a Texas thing. It's a Texas thing as well.
Oh, really?
Yep, but we call it cornhole.
I guess, yeah. That's what they call it there. But yeah, we lost everything. I was just pissed off that I didn't just win once. And kind of ruined my night a little bit. Shouldn't have, but it ruined my night a little.
People don't realize is that we're freaking athletes. Well, kind of. We're athletic when we want to be. We want to be athletes when we want to be. But there are times where we are a bunch of slobs, especially me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Matthew, big news today. Huge news.
Russell Wilson.
Travis Kelce has officially announced.
Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started.
I don't care about Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, who knows what the future holds for this guy. This guy, I don't know. That it's rocky for Russell. I don't know where he's going to end up. Some analysts are saying he's going to end up with the Vikings. I don't know. I don't think that's a good move for the Vikings. I think they need to stick with Kirk. It might be a good idea for them to clear up some cap space with Justin. Alexander Madison's gone, Jordan. Yeah, 100%. And it's just there's definitely some potential out there on the free agency for running backs. You got Derrick Henry, who's out there. Was it Saquon Barkley? I believe is out there too.
Yep.
Who else was there? I feel like there's another big name. Might be missing one. I think those are the two big ones that are up for free agency right now. And that's one thing that we do need. I mean, throughout the season, we show like we got some ballers in our pockets. Jordan Addison really balled out for us. KJ Osborne did some stuff. We got a great tight end with TJ Hawkinson. Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard's a free agent?
Well, Jordan Holler, the baller, is saying Tony Pollard and Josh Jacobs are all free agents.
Josh Jacobs, I know, is a free agent. Yep.
But I mean, this is. I don't think Tony Pollard is that good as a running back as people say he is.
He's okay. He's all right. He's better than Alexander Madison, so he might be a good cheaper option to get for this next year. JJ is projected to get $30 million a year if he extended him. No way they're getting Kirk back unless he takes a massive pay cut.
Wait, I won the Affinity Cap giveaway? Let's freaking go, baby!
Wait, you won? How did you win?
I have no idea. No one told me. I was working so hard for that. Oh, let's go. If they extend him, no way they're getting Kirk back unless he takes a massive cake. And I think Kirk, though,
who's eating up their cap space right now? Realistically,
Kirk is big time eating up their cap space. Oh, my bad. I don't really twitch. Yeah,
oh, Isaac.
I'll go on it right now. I'll go on it right now.
No, we're getting Joe Milton in the 5th. I'm calling it. Look, Joe Milton, I mean, he could throw the ball. Sure. We'll see how he does in the NFL.
I don't think there's any quarterbacks in this draft that I like at all. I don't think there's anything. Comparing
You don't like Caleb Williams?
You know what I think about Caleb. I think he is overrated. Overrated. From everything that was. Let's go. Okay, I'm messaging you. Hang on. Sorry. With everything that I saw, like comparing it to some elite quarterbacks from this past year, you got
only one that
CJ Stroud and Richards.
Oh gosh, I cannot believe you're saying Spencer Rattler. No, dude, I wouldn't take him in a heartbeat. If I was dying and I needed to pick up a quarterback, it's not going to be Spencer Rattler.
Yeah, you don't want to throw you're right, Isaac. You don't want to throw a rookie quarterback. Well, unless it's you're really confident in it. It is a gamble. Like I was looking at CJ Stroud's combine performance. The guy didn't miss. The guy just threw everything. Anthony Richardson, same thing. And those guys came out and were elite the entire time. Like last year, those guys. Well, Anthony Richardson got injured, but CJ Stroud, what a year for him. Sam Hartman.
I like Sam Hartman. I like Sam Hartman. I like JJ McCarthy. I think those two are going to be good guys that I think are going to show out. Um, I don't know, but like, see, everybody's rooting for the quarterback who's not a system quarterback, but in my eyes, I think the system quarterback is what has been successful for a lot of these teams consistently, right? And then you have some guys who they show out even more. Like who would have thought that Josh Allen would have been a guy who could run all up and down the field, right? Or be an elite level athlete, really. I mean, he throws the ball really well, but when you look at him during the combine, he looked average, right? When he was in college, he had a strong arm. That was about it, right? So I don't know. And you look at like Patrick Mahomes too. Patrick Mahomes also in college and in the combine. I mean, you go watch college highlights. He has a massive arm, right? Like that's about it.
Sam Hartman's the guy from.
He's from Notre Dame.
Yeah, he's the guy with the long hair, the black.
Yeah, he kind of looks like.
I know who he is.
He kind of looks like.
He's like
Atreides. What's his name? A bigger, better.
He took some years off
Timothy
or
Chalamet.
something like that, and then came back, or I don't even know what happened. But
24 years old. Holy crap!
He's 24. Yeah, he's 24 years old. He's probably one of the oldest guys in this draft. But
I think Joe Milton's 26. I think 23. Never mind. I know he was an older guy though.
But yeah, I don't know, dude. That's is. I think for the Vikings, I like Kirk Cousins. I think it's a gamble with Russell Wilson. There's not really a whole lot of quarterbacks out there that I would trust to be like, yeah, he's our guy.
Now, here's what could happen with Russell Wilson is that he could be a really good fit for the Vikings because you could pay him less than what you would pay Kirk Cousins, right?
True.
So you pay him less than Kirk Cousins, you'll get, Russ actually didn't do too bad this last year.
That's true.
He just was on a trash team, dude, like in a trash organization.
And I think he would fit really well within the organization because of just the atmosphere of what the Vikings are and what their culture is. I think he would fit right in, especially amazing pop star singer Sierra. She would fit right in Minnesota.
Oh wow, yes, they would.
No, but like that's the hard question of just the what ifs of what's going to happen. I personally would love Kirky to stay. I think he's a great quarterback. I think he's very underrated for what he is and what he's been producing. I think it doesn't necessarily matter for the receiver core. I should say it does somewhat. I think he proved himself that he still can, sling it and do well with Jordan Addison on his side. And that might be the new face. They might trade Justin Jefferson and to free up some cap space there, or to not have to use so much of their cap space, I should say. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be a crazy ride.
What's their cap space right now? Do we know? Let's take a look. They have $37 million in cap space. I bet you they could free up some cap space pretty dang easily.
Well, like 80,000 right now, I believe is going to Kirky. Well, actually, no. Kirk Cousins is 28 and a half. Then it's Brian O'Neill with 20, and then Justin Jefferson for almost 20. Harrison Smith only makes $7 million. TJ Hawkinson, oh my word, making up $24 million
a year. It's crazy. Harrison Smith got to take a pay cut. Harrison Smith got to take a. He's only making $7.
He doesn't really have that many years. This could be his last. It's not going to be worth it for him. Oh, he's got to take a pay. I thought you were saying he's got to go increase. I think he's only he's either going to make that much. I don't think they're going to increase it or decrease. I think they're just going to, because I think he's on free agency too this year. Probably. I don't know.
There's no way Harrison Smith's getting removed, dude.
No, 100%. I think they are going to keep him where he's at. Who's making like the lowest amount here? That is it? I would laugh.
Scarlett was messing with this thing, and like now it just won't do anything.
Your
soundboard, sound card thing. Can't turn it off. Can't turn it on.
Yeah, welcome to be a father, Dad. Welcome to being a father.
Yeah, freaking sucks, dude. Freaking sucks. So bad.
Risner. How about Dalton Risner?
Dalton Risner. He's the lineman, right? I think he came from Colorado. Denver.
He's a guard.
I'm pretty sure he played pretty well.
He played pretty well last year. I think he came in from Denver. And he loves it here. 28 years old. Jesus, so young. Broncos informed. Well, yeah. Well, that's just wild. Wild day for sports, dude. Wild day. Yeah, he did, but that was just 1 year. Right. So I think Dalton Risner likes it here. From what I've heard, he loves it here and he wants more. And so I think he's gonna come back. And we definitely need O linemen. What are you smiling about?
Nothing.
Who's this person in the audience?
Oh, come to.
Are you playing it?
The altar.
Should we do that?
Father's songs are open wide.
Also, for you guys on the pre-show, we won't do this in the main show, so this is a special clip for you guys. This is one thing I did this weekend. Let me share my screen here with you guys, and I'll show you. Oh, I gotta turn on the sound. Can you hear that? This is.
Oh wow!
Overwhelmed by the weight of your sin, Jesus is calling.
Sometimes I hate my face.
Have you come to the end of yourself? Do you thirst for a drink
from the well?
Jesus is calling. Oh, come to the altar. The Father's arms are open wide. Forgiveness was bought with the
this is me. Led worship on Sunday, man. Wow, thanks, Jordan.
Wow, that was so good.
It was
you should join the worship team. Really? Huh. Well, the first company is joy.
Oh man. Who is the
Jesus.
person in the audience? I don't know. Like I see it in our friggin' thing. I have no idea who this person is.
Where?
Like in our Riverside, it's showing us two and then one person in audience. Somebody,
I do see that.
I go to Grace Church in Roseville now, Jordan.
Wait, where does it say that? Wait, no,
it says it right above. Let me see if I could share my screen. You guys are about to see the inside scoop. Oh, let me just do the entire screen. All right. It's right here.
You and one other person is what I see.
It says 2 people, which is us, and then it has 1 person here in the audience. I don't know what it is, but I wanted to end right now.
Sounds fun. What if it's that guy that keeps bombing our show?
There's no way. There's no way.
There's absolutely zero chance that happens.
Well, should we get this bad boy started?
Let's freaking get this bad boy started. Let's get it going. Let's get it started. Let's get it running. Let's
All right,
get
here
it
comes
going.
the intro. It's coming at you
Welcome
live.
to the Goof and Goober Show, the podcast that brings you laughter, insight, and the quirkiest conversations. Join your hosts, Matthew and Regan, as they embark on a delightful journey through the realms of pop culture, humor, and everyday shenanigans. So, buckle up and get ready for a roller coaster of fun and entertainment. Let's dive.
Of course.
Typical. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is episode 51 of the Goof and Goober Show. I bring to you today my brother, my pal, my compadre, my consigliere, my duo, Regan Dvorak. Welcome to the podcast, episode 51.
Yeah, we're back. Sorry guys, we didn't make the show last week. It long weekend, dude. Long week. It was a long week. And so what if you guys didn't hear, if you weren't here in the pre-show, sorry, I can't explain it. You gotta show up. Mondays, 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. 8 p.m. 8 p.m.
8 p.m. Central Standard Time. But ladies and gentlemen, the reason we were not here last week was because we answered that in the pre-show. So unfortunately, you just did not get to hear that. I really just got you, grabbed you by the balls, and just pulled really hard. And that was fun.
Well, also, I want to give a big shout out to the Infinity Bros, because last week they had their what did they call them?
They got their Stan Lees.
And I won a hat, and I had no idea that I won a hat, their Infinity Stone cap, until today. Somebody had reached out to me, and man, am I freaking excited. I can't wait to wear that on the freaking street. Oh goodness. Yeah.
So good. So check out the Infinity Bros. Thanks guys for that, making it fun. Some contributors to kind of us starting a podcast. So we want to thank you guys. Today we have some good things to talk about. We have some really good things to talk about. But before we jump into that, we haven't done a hauls in a while, and I know you and me, we got a couple hauls this week.
Oh gosh.
Yep. So you could go grab your hauls if you want, real quick. If you got it,
I have to go grab it.
Yeah, go grab it. Go ahead. And then while he's gone, guys, let me just tell you something. Regan got some freaking hauls this week. He ain't gonna listen to this, but I also got him his third Christmas present. So, ladies and gentlemen, we started this we're gonna start a tradition of every year we get each other presents. Well, we get each other presents every year, but we're gonna make it a thing. In that we get them one present every single month, so 12 presents total, and then at the end of the year we'll stream it. And we'll open up Christmas presents at the end of the year with you guys. So it'll be a fun time. But I got him the best freaking gift. The best freaking gift. I can't show it to you because if he looks at it, then the surprise is ruined. Ruined bad, like big time. So be on the lookout for it. While he's gone, let's plug our channel. If you haven't already followed us on Instagram, you can follow us on Instagram at twitch.tv/the Goof and Goober Show. You'll see our picture in there. Go ahead and follow. We have some giveaways that we're doing. We keep getting closer and closer to 100, and then we take a step back. So let's just get to 100 and we can do a giveaway. The second thing, Twitch, YouTube, follow us at the Goof and Goober Show. You can follow us all there. Hit the bell, hit the notification, leave some comments. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you want to talk about, because we like to know what you guys are thinking. If you're listening on Podchaser or Spotify, we're pretty much everywhere. So you can pretty much go anywhere and type in the Goof and Goober Show and we'll be in it. Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Podchaser, the whole nine. So check that out. Other than that, Regan is back. Give us your freaking start to your freaking hauls.
All right, guys. My start to my hauls is I picked this bad boy up today. We talked about it in the pre-show, and now you're gonna see it live. I love this. Love this design. Love the feel of it. Fully metal with some plastic. But I got a new keyboard. Look at that bad boy.
Baby.
She's nice. Listen to this.
Hit the space bar. Oh,
nothing better than a mechanical keyboard. A fresh mechanical keyboard. It's kind of like fresh cut grass. Just that crisp sound of a click. So I'm actually really thinking about it. I got it for my upstairs office, but now I'm like, I really like this keyboard, and my wife doesn't like it enough to keep it up there, so I might just switch out this one with the upstairs and just go at it, because I do like the shortness and small. I'm gonna do it anyways. My second big haul of the freaking
massive. Oh, baby.
This is what we call Heroscape. I've broken about 3 or 5 pieces of these, because these are little pieces, but they're all stacked. They can all stack up on each other. I got 2 bins of the landscape. If you don't know what Heroscape is, let me explain it to you after I show you this. These are all the characters that you get with Heroscape. It is made, so Heroscape was made by the same people who do the D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. And what you do is you build a landscape. It's literally like Legos in some ways. You build a landscape, you create your own landscape, or you can go off of what other people have told you or how to build a specific landscape that you want. And then you get characters and you basically battle. And it's freaking sweet. I haven't played it. Well, I did play it with my son for a little bit. I just made up basically the rules, but it's freaking sweet, dude. It is freaking sweet. The other haul I got sitting right here.
Oh,
the other haul I get right here. To hear the whole story, you'll have to come to the pre-show, because in the pre-show we talked about it, and behind me. But
do you want to tell them what it is, just in case the people from the podcast
on the podcast, if you're just listening, I am pointing at a PC right now, my new PC, and she is a beaut. I'm currently in the market for some new fans, RGB fans, but don't need them like super badly right now. But wow, because she just quiet as all get out, dude.
Oh, baby. Oh,
yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Regan had a really productive week. Like you said, if you want to hear the full story, check it out in the hi. Yeah, Spidey's on that screen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my find. I just found her in my room. Say hi, Scarlett. She's waving. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have two finds. Well, not finds. Buys. Would that counts as a find, right? Like I just went to the store and bought it.
Yeah.
Sure. So I got two finds or buys. Let me set you down here so I can do that. The first one lays upon my head. Your boy replaced his old Astro A50 headsets. He now has the new Astro A50X headset. For those of you who don't know, this headset, if I didn't place it right on the charger, it just wouldn't charge right. It works perfectly fine, but I was too lazy to set it on there. But then also it's just an older headset and I needed something new. So that'll be going on freaking Marketplace, financially help recover a little bit. The second thing, kind of on the same lines of Regan, on his find, I bought a freaking new keyboard.
Oh, baby. What brand is yours?
So this is a Keychron V8. So if you know anything about that. So it's fully customizable. So I could pop in the keys. I could pop in the switches. It's really heavy. It's like a freaking brick. If I hit somebody with it, like they will for sure get knocked out. It's really thick, heavy, really nice quality. And I actually really, really enjoy this keyboard. I wasn't sure at first, but let's see. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear that.
Oh yeah, it's so. Yep.
Whose sounds better? You guys leave who has the better mechanical keyboard, Regan or Matthew? Okay, just type.
Oh, go ahead. You go first.
Okay, here's mine. You guys, you decide. Here's the space. Here's the top ones. Enter. Some of the arrows.
Okay.
Backspace.
Okay.
Shift. Caps. Tab.
Ooh.
Control. Option. And command.
Wow, we went through every one. Nice.
Oh, I forgot to escape.
All right, my turn.
Whatever.
My turn. So here's the numbers.
Oh, that sounds so nasty, dude.
Then we got the numbers. We got the Fs. We got the enter. We got the numbers. We got the space bar.
You guys leave in the comments who you think won the mechanical keyboard off.
Keyboard challenge.
The keyboard challenge.
the keyboard challenge. But no, I do highly recommend it. So if you guys go out and you guys are looking for a keyboard, I highly recommend it. It's a nice keyboard. I'm sure Regan's keyboard's really nice as well, but he didn't leave a recommendation and I am. So it's Matthew. Well, we've got a vote. Yep. See, well,
Jordan, how dare you? The amount of time I spent with you, I just never mind.
All I'll just say is that this keyboard, it's really nice. That's what I'll say. It's really nice. But ladies and gentlemen, next week, you and I, we've got to figure this out, by the way, I want to have a guest on the podcast.
Really?
I want to get a guest on.
Okay.
Now, next week,
I'm sure
we have
a guest right now on our freaking thing.
Like a guest that we want on the podcast, not one that's gonna force itself onto the podcast. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of stuff. But next week, it's actually kind of crazy. Regan and I went to go see Dune yesterday.
Yeah.
But we hadn't gone to the movies together since Christmas time.
We haven't gone to see a movie since Christmas time.
No, because Avatar was a TV show. Madam Web, we went separately. Invincible,
And then
Percy
we went-
Jackson, Echo, What If, and I was in Texas.
The last one we did was Wonka. Yep,
Dude,
Jeez.
it's been since Christmas. Oh, so you don't want me? Where have you been? Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be going to see Kung Fu Panda 4 this weekend. So next
my
podcast is gonna be
gosh.
freaking pumping. I'm really excited about that. But make sure you guys watch that and tune in next week as well. Today, Dune Part freaking 2. I think you and I both are going to have a lot to say about this show or this movie, excuse me. If you haven't seen the movie, highly recommend going and seeing it.
Yep.
We're going to give you our non-spoiler review really quick so that we have a better idea. Regan, go ahead. Give us your review and
do you
your,
want to do
your
a
rating.
synopsis or anything like that, or
Does it need a synopsis at this point? It's Dune Part 2.
so they know it's a sequel to Dune 1.
Okay, lady, fine. Go ahead.
You
Gosh.
want me to do it?
Yes, go
so
ahead.
Paul Atreides unites with Shani and the Fremen while seeking revenge against the conspirators who destroyed his family. So this is a breathtaking, amazing movie. I don't know. I say, like, if you liked or loved Dune 2 or Dune 1, the first one, I think this is better than Dune 2, the first movie. There's a lot more action than the first one. I love the action in this. This is perfect. And I cannot wait for Dune 3. For that, the Timothée Chalamet, I'm becoming more of a fan because of this. He does an incredible job with his character and the changes that he had to make throughout the story. So Zendaya, she's all right. I'm not like fully on board with Zendaya yet, but Timothée Chalamet, after watching Wonka and then this, those are two different characters that you really have to show up for. You really have to be different, and he really shows that in this. So I am applauding him. I'm applauding the director Denis Villeneuve,
Denis
as well as the
Villeneuve.
writers. This is incredible, and I'm excited. I'm excited for 3, Dune 3. What is it called? Not Awakening. Messiah. So yeah, for this, I give it a 4.7, 4.8. There were some things that were they weren't very meticulous on. There were some scenes that he they didn't put a whole lot of thought into how the viewer was going to view it. It was very small and very subtle that I noticed that, and I don't think really the average viewer was going to notice it if they were just viewing this. But like I saw it and I was like, that's just like between cut scenes that one person was doing something and then they cut to the different
I think it's so funny. So by no means are we like professional critics or anything like that, but
Right.
like we watch so many movies and watch so many TV shows that we like catch on to stupid stuff that you're just like normal person's not gonna see that.
Now we could say that. I mean, we've been to so many movies throughout doing the podcast now, but that is one thing that was like that. J. Alfred Potter's back. I love that you guys are back. If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. Thanks, Coach Potter. You're the man. But yeah, I think there was just small things that I think you wouldn't notice if you were just an average person watching it, but it was just like I think you could have been a little bit better on how you change your shot on this one so that it doesn't look like somebody had their hands up here and then the next shot was their hands were here and then the next shot they're back here. So it's just like They could do a little bit better on that. But other than that, love this. This was amazing. This was great.
What's your rating?
Oh, 4.8.
4.8.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
This is high. This is high. I
Yeah.
Like I said, there wasn't a whole lot I didn't like about it, and so 4.8. Those
Wow.
cutscenes, I mean, just small things, obviously. So the score on this, man, it's gotta be like the best score.
Oh man.
Just yeah.
So here's my problem. I liked this movie a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think about the 5s I've had previously, right? And that's kind of what's hindering me, right? Because I don't want to say so some 5s that I've given in the past are
you saying, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm just saying, are you saying you want to be more consistent with giving out your 5s?
like, if I'm going to give a 5, like, I want to make sure I go back and look at what other 5s I've given to either change or decide. Like, I think Loki season 2 or the last episode, or I think the whole season, I said a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Last of Us, 5 out of 5. Like, those are movies that or shows that I was like, oh, easily 5 out of 5. Oppenheimer, I think I gave a 5 out of 5. Is this on the same level as those movies? Guardians of the Galaxy, I think I said 5 out of 5. For me, I'm giving this a 4.9. Not because solely for the fact that those other movies I liked more. With this Dune, for me, there was a lot of jumping around. There was a lot of jumping around from scene to scene. Paul's story, learning from the Fremen.
Yeah.
Like, just kind of, it made sense, but it didn't make sense a little bit. If that, I don't know if that's clear or if you understand. I can't say it, but for me, that was one piece that I was like, oh, okay, what happened? And then at the end, with the relationship, that's what kind of maybe swayed me a little bit to go 4.9. So that's kind of where I'm at. I think we're gonna jump in because I think I agree with everything you said when it comes to what you liked about the movie, what you didn't like about the movie. I agree. I just can't, for some reason, I can't give it a 5 out of 5. I can't. I don't know. It's just, for me, there's some things that are hindering it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is our spoiler-free session here. 4.8 and a 4.9. So we do highly recommend going and seeing it, obviously. So go see it. If you haven't seen it, stop, go watch the movie, come back, and then come listen to our review or our talk about it. In the meantime, we're going to freaking roll our spoiler warning.
Hey there, Goof and Goober fans. Before we dive into the episode, we want to give you a heads up. Spoilers ahead. This message is equipped with our official Goof and Goober Show rating system, so you know just what you're getting into. Come on, follow along. 5-star, a must-watch. Prepare for a roller coaster of emotions, jaw-dropping twists, and laughs that will leave your sides aching. These are game changers. Then we have a 4-star. This is entertaining. While not quite a life-altering experience, these movies and TV shows are popcorn recommended. 3 stars, average and not groundbreaking. A decent movie or episode that will still deliver the goods. It's worth a watch for dedicated fans. 2 stars, room for improvement. These movies or TV shows have their moments but fall short of our standard. And of course, 1 star, proceed with caution, buckle up. These are trash. Well, now that you know our rating system, let's jump in.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are here for the spoiler freaking review of Dune Part 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into it deep, and I think the only way for us to really dive into this, because there's just so many story plot or points in this movie. There's different parts that like they all come together in the end, right? But they're all separate throughout the movie until the end, essentially. So it would be hard to go scene by scene. But let's talk about character and character development. Dune Part 1, right? We see friggin' Timothy Chalamet kind of taking the reins of a main lead that is not like a Willy Wonka or like I mean, I think that's the only thing he's really led in a movie, right?
Well, I'm pretty sure he's done some more.
I think he's only been a side character in almost all of his movies.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. I am on his actor page right now looking at this. Okay. It says he's in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 as one of the voice actors.
Maybe of one of the kids. Oh, dude,
No,
he was in Batman the Brave and the Bold.
In Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. There's somebody's just played with us. So it's got to be played.
Modern Warfare. No, it's a thing.
He was the King. He was the main actor in The King. I watched that. He's pretty good in that one.
I've never seen it, so maybe that's my bad. But this is, for me at least, Dune Part 1 was his kind of first step into the limelight, at least for me.
Yeah.
I saw him in some other things, but not really anything other than that. Now, when it comes to Timothy Chalamet going from really Dune Part 1 to Dune Part 2, I mean, it's almost an immediate pickup from where it was.
Right.
From a character development standpoint, I mean, we kind of see the good and the bad of this character throughout the entire time. Right. So I want to at least ask you what your thoughts are on the development of the character going from movie 1 to movie 2, and then him actually becoming a Fremen.
The character, I think it's continuous. Like you said, it picks up right from where Dune 1 was back at. So I think he did the difference from really the first one to the second one is him really owning up to the leadership role and that journey of owning up to it. Because he at first doesn't know how to be a leader. He knows he has to be the leader. And he knows that even in Dune 1. He knows he has to be the leader, especially after his father dies. And he has to continue the Atreides family line. And because of that, he now has really realizing who he is. And I think in Dune 2, he's really diving down deep into who he is and what kind of leader he wants to be. And he doesn't want to be the Messiah. We hear that multiple times from Paul, that he doesn't want to be the Messiah. He just wants to lead them to revenge his father. Even though his father was against revenge, which his mother, you find that out through his mom. But this is a really good character development of who Paul is, because you're diving deep into just the leadership and what it takes for him to be that, as well as getting to know luckily he's the main character, so we can see pretty much everything that he's feeling, everything that he's going through. So we see his dreams, and I really like that part because you're seeing that as the audience, you're not sure too much what to believe, because the what's their faces, the
Fremen,
they're split up between the North and the South. And the South are the people who believe, I believe it's the South, right? Yeah, the South are the ones that believe
I think so.
in the Messiah, and the North people don't believe in the Messiah. And he's trying to just, bring them together and just fight against the Chani or Cheney or whatever. No, wait, no, it's not. But fight against what's their face's name?
Oh gosh,
the Raban. Well, anyways, whatever. Against the bad guys. I forget their names. They're the those guys.
Harkonnens. The
Harkonnens. And because oh boy, thank you. And because like he's wanting to get revenge on the Harkonnens, it's such an incredible story with seeing how his dreams are connected with them, his mom, as well as his sister. You see it throughout the whole thing. So his character development, I love this. This is one of the things they do really well with, and I think Timothée Chalamet owns it, and he does a great job, especially when he drinks the Dune's pee, or the life water.
worms pee, the poison. We'll talk about that scene here in just a second, but because we're gonna jump into the mom in a second. What I like about this movie, especially with Timothée Chalamet, is before, and I think Regan and I probably could agree, when we watched the first one, we were like, who the heck is this kid? Right. Like, how is this guy going to be a BA warrior who saves people? And what I think what this show or this movie does is it really just like toughens him up a little bit. Like really just like when he was with his father, when he was with the Atreides, he was coddled the entire time, right? Like he was protected at all times, and he never really got out. This movie, I think, really shows the development of him as a Fremen, but him as a warrior, right? Like he becomes pretty BA once you get to the end of the movie, right? And so that I think is really, in my opinion, one of the most favorite parts of the movie is to see him kind of just turn into the dude, right? The guy, like the Messiah. Now we also see that there's a relationship between Zendaya and we see Zendaya's character. What's her name? What's her freaking character name? Again, I literally just had it. Chani. Him and Chani, right? And they freaking just fell in love. Like it was almost like they instantly fell in love. I don't know.
Yeah, they didn't do a whole lot of backstory on their whole relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, they, like, you saw like in the first movie that he'd have dreams about her, or like the future he'd see. What do you call it?
Time traveling.
Time traveling. He could see her and their relationship, and they would be basically in love, and that was their relationship. But like, there's no like really a whole lot of. Well, I guess, they did do some actually from the first movie to this movie, because there has been like they probably have traveled and had some conversations together.
I think there was a little time between where Paul had the fight with that one dude. So they did have that. One of for me at least, I just thought, I don't know. For me, I thought it was kind of strange that Zendaya's character was like, she like believed in him, then didn't believe in him, believed in him, then didn't believe in him, and then she fell in love with him, and obviously I don't really know how long it was from where we left off of Dune Part 1 to Dune Part 2, where they finally fall in love. But I think we kind of knew that going into the movie, is that's probably what was going to happen, right? So it wasn't like a big shocker. It was just a little bit less creative way to get them connected, really, in my opinion. I think that was one of the weaker points of the movie. They just kind of were like, oh, here you go. Love is, love at first sight, essentially, is what it was. You know what I mean? So, but then we see some complications with their relationship as we watch the movie. As we watch the movie, Paul starts to figure out that, I mean, yeah, I'm the Messiah, but I don't want to be the Messiah. I don't want people to rely on me to be the Messiah. And he then is tasked with drinking the life potion or whatever it was called. And that's where really Timothée Chalamet expanded as an actor, in my opinion, where he kind of took it to the next level of something I hadn't seen before. Before, all I saw was a kid who, yeah, I mean, he was good with the dagger, right? He was quick, did some goofy stuff, but now he's like, I'm a king, I'm him type of mentality. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the guy that everybody needs to rely on, and it brings a lot of tension between the characters. I don't know if we want to talk about that yet, or do we want to talk about the mom, and then we could talk about the ending.
It's up to you, dude. It's up to you.
Let's freaking talk about the mom. Let's pause that right there for the Timothée Chalamet piece, because there's more stuff we want to talk about at the end with him, because the final scenes that we get. But Timothy drinks this potion earlier in the movie. He drinks. His mother is now tasked to drink the potion, and I think Regan had whispered to me in the freaking movie theaters that the mom, or maybe it was me whispering, I don't know.
We both whispered it, I think.
But the mom, I mean, there's something up with her.
Yeah.
So I want to hear your thoughts on it. Like, have you come up with a conclusion or a thought on what she is, what she's doing, or direction on that?
Well, you just get creepy vibes after she drank the
potion of life or whatever.
Yeah, the water of life, or life water, or whatever they call it. That after that, when she started talking to, because she's pregnant and she's basically talking to the child the whole time, and just the vibe she was giving. And yes, she's basically like a witch now after she drank that thing and she kept herself alive. So because she was a witch, it's going to give out creepy vibes. But you just have the feeling that she's not a good person that he should be around anymore. Especially too when he's having those visions of basically everyone is going hunger and everyone is going to be,
dead,
and there's one person walking, and it's basically his mom, and she's the only one that's not dead, that's just walking and it's fine. And so there's just those creepy vibes you're getting, that I was like, yeah, it's super creepy, especially also like the face tattoos that she got or whatever those are.
Yeah, she got the markings or something like that. She either got face tattoos or she got markings.
Right.
I don't think she really got face tattoos, but
it's gotta be like, it's this. You guys can see that if you guys are watching. It's just basically writing across her face for no reason. I don't know. But yeah, that was the.
Do you think
I got real big creepy vibes?
Do you think she was a cause of any of the attacks? Like
like what attack?
Like at the end of the movie. Do you think she knew that Paul was going to get stabbed? Do you think she knew that he was going to, I mean, really foresee it all, essentially?
Yeah. So I think from what I understand, I don't know too much. I never read the books about what it means when you survive after drinking the poison. But from what it sounds like, she can see it all. I think it's only through her eyes and not through Timothy's eyes. So like he can I think from what I understand is they can only see their own future. And they're the different areas or the different time streams, if you want to say. There's so many movies now about time. By the way,
yeah.
geez.
Oh my gosh.
There's so many movies. Not to change the subject or anything, but like it's just true. Like thinking about this, I was like, yeah, like freaking Avengers, Infinity War, time travel. Now we got
anything, everywhere, always. Time travel
all at once. It's just
all at once.
It is weird. I wouldn't say that's time travel. I would say that's universal jump. What is it? What did they call that? Because she wasn't jumping between time. Anyway, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Sorry.
Anyways, but like I think she was surprised. She didn't know what was going to happen to Paul in that moment. There was a lot of things that could have happened, and she didn't know. But Paul, seeing his future, I think he knew what was happening. And since he is a leader, and he can really play around with time, and I really like how the directors like really focused in on his hand when he's talking about, I can see all foreseeable futures. I can see like really everything. And he's looking at his hand, and like in my head, I can see him like do different things with his hand. They don't actually like show it on screen, but like when he was looking at his hand, I was just like in my head, like he's moving his hand or doing different things with his hand in different like time streams, which I thought was really cool. And they really left that up to the viewer for their imagination. And that's one of those things that they really did well with, because there are some things that you do want to leave up to the imagination of the viewer. And I think the directors and writers did an amazing, well, mostly the director on that. That's got to be all director, leaving that up to the viewer to imagine what Paul is seeing in his own head at that time.
True.
But
no, I did like that. I got the vibe of Doctor Strange from Endgame with Paul, with him being Infinity War, where he's sitting there and he's looking through every timeline to figure out what timeline was actually going to work. So I did get that vibe. I thought that was pretty cool. Unoriginal, but this was a book before it was a movie, right? So like in some ways Marvel might have stolen this idea. I don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's just like before, like when we were kids or there hasn't been a whole lot of movies about time travel except for like Back to the Future. That really was, I mean, it was a smash hit. And I think it's because he's traveling in time, but no one had that before. We didn't really have a whole lot of time travel unless we did like the time capsule things, like in what's the like Avatar: The Last Airbender, or I can see the cover. It's with not Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's with Sylvester Stallone. But they basically got frozen in time and they got moved to the future.
Oh, gotcha. No, that makes sense. I can see that. On to the next part. Yeah. So because by the way, Rebecca Ferguson, the one who plays Lady Jessica, the mom, she kills it. I really like her. She's really really good. She would make for a really good like female villain in the MCU or DCU. So
yeah, Miss Marvel's or whatever that whole story, they should have casted this lady, because she just has that face of like evil. The black girl that they casted for the villain in that one, I have no idea who she is, Horrible choice.
Oh, terrible.
We already discussed.
We already discussed that. Horrible movie.
Yep.
Terrible. But yeah, she absolutely killed it. She also played in the Greatest Showman. This is the greatest show. We light up. She sings this. Yeah, she sings the. She sings like a pretty big part.
Yeah, she's the opera singer girl.
Yeah.
Isn't she?
Jenny Lind. Is what I'm saying. But yeah, so she's absolutely killing it. I definitely think she could be a good fit in the MCU or the DCU. So keep a lookout for that. On to the next piece here. One that really kind of surprised me. I haven't really seen this guy much. Is Austin Butler, who plays Freud Rotha Harkonnen. If you don't know who that is, Regan, that is the bald guy. The guy who fights Paul at the end.
Elvis.
I haven't seen him in any movie.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, this would be the first time. But I will just say he absolutely crushed it. He crushed it.
He does an amazing job. And I don't know what it is. I think it is his face of it. It does give off that. I mean, especially when he's bald and completely pale. I don't know. They do an amazing job of making it look like this guy is crazy and out of his mind, and he's just this evil guy. And it may be also because he wears all black the whole time and he's completely white. But yeah, he does an incredible job. And the way they introduce him was amazing. And the whole gladiator scene, that was sweet, dude. I wish they would have done a little bit more in that. And we've seen a little bit more in that type of realm or the
environment
stadium type thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I freaking love that part. The main thing I think they really needed to focus on is the main fight between him and Paul. I think they moved way too fast in that scene. At the very end. I mean, this is the very almost the end of the movie. They moved way too fast in this choreography or whatever you want to call it. I kind of wish they would have had more of a Captain America Civil War type action between Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Yep.
Because like it was fast but slow at the same time, so like you as a viewer can really keep up with it. In this, it was just way too fast that you couldn't really know really what's happening, what the other person's doing. You just know they're fighting. So I kind of wish they would have slowed it down a little bit at this part so that us as a viewer can know who's doing what and who's really winning, because you don't really know through the whole time who's winning until like somebody gets stabbed.
Right. Well, I think what it's trying to show is that, I mean, these two guys are really skilled fighters. Right. So it's like, to us normal people, yeah, I mean, it looked fast, it looked quick. But I think that was, in my opinion, I think it was supposed to be meant that way. Could it have been a little slower? I mean, heck yeah. But I mean, I think that's what it was meant to do. If you ever watch the first Dune, which, guys, I do not recommend the first Dune. It is a terrible movie. It's terrible. But if you watch the first Dune, back in the 1980s.
Oh, that one was like
sorry. Dune Part 1's an easy 5 out of 5. So yeah. Not talking about that one. I'm talking about the 1980s one or the 1970s, whatever it is. Yeah. If you go and watch the fight between Paul and Freud, it's like less than a minute, and it's slow and terrible. It's like,
oh really?
I could fight those guys. Yeah, it was bad. But again, I think what I liked about this fight scene is, yes, it was fast. It showed off their skill. I mean, these are like really, really good fighters. One's a psychotic, crazy guy. One's the Messiah, whatever, the Goy Halalabib or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
And they're two skilled fighters, and it was a pretty long little match, right? Like in time, in normal speed, it was probably like a minute of true fighting, but on the screen, it was a couple minutes. It was like 5 minutes, right? Of skill, in my opinion. But we see that Paul handles business. One thing that really hindered me, I thought he got stabbed in the stomach at first. I thought he got stabbed in the stomach, which that was the first thing. Where did the knife go?
Yeah, I think they don't do a whole lot of explaining at that moment. And I think what happened is that Paul was like the guy, so he was grabbing the blade with his hand here, which was coming here. And I think he made it come to his shoulder, and he grabbed the other blade while that was happening, while he was holding on to that blade. He grabbed the other blade and then
stabbed him like that.
Yeah, so he grabbed it out of his stomach. He had to grab it out of his stomach while he's holding the blade, which is almost about to. It looks really wrong when I'm doing this.
Yeah, but maybe not do it that way. That was the only part I was really confused about.
I agree. They should have shown a little bit more, of what was actually happening in that moment. But I think how the director wanted it was to be more of a suspense, and that you don't know really what happened. No, not that you don't know really what happened, but that you're left in the dark about him grabbing that other knife. But they should have done a better job of showing you that he grabbed the knife out of his stomach and it basically stabbed him with that knife. Because there's two knives, one's in his stomach or whatever, and the other one's about to go right in his head, and he freaking makes it freaking go right in his shoulders. That's the one thing I would say they need to get better with the directing on that, is with showing the viewers or us that the knife coming out of his stomach a little bit better.
Yeah, it's like, well, I think it's the realistic aspect of it. Like, how does that happen? Like we probably aren't the only ones who are questioning how did that happen.
100%.
So, it makes sense. Now, here's another thing. Here's another change in the movie from the 1984 version or whatever, 1986, whatever it is, to this version, the Freud and Paul fight, is Paul actually stabs Freud up the chin through here, up through the skull.
In the older version?
In the older version.
Interesting.
In this one, that he just stabs him in the chest, I think.
Pretty much.
And then he dies. So I thought that was, I personally, after seeing the first Dune, I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna stab him in like right in the gullet, the whatever this is, up through the head, and we're gonna see that. That'd be freaking sweet. Not to see like the gore and stuff, but like just to, whatever. It's getting into weird territory. But that's what I was expecting, because that's what I saw in the first movie. Yeah. So I was like, wait, what? He just stabbed him in the chest. So I thought it was weird, but overall, I think that fight for me, it was a good fight. It was a fun fight to watch, entertaining. My new favorite quote now, from Timothy Chalamet is, "May thy knife chip and shatter." It's just, I don't know. I just like it. It wasn't in the first one. I don't think.
Wasn't?
Nope.
I thought they did it like when they dueled at the very beginning, maybe. Oh no, because I'm talking
about the
when
Dune 1980s.
Oh, that whole thing.
Yeah. Well, because for me, I got a little crazy. I watched Dune the day before. We went to go see part 2. The day before that, I watched the full 1980 version of Dune, just so I'm kind of all up on my P's and Q's. And I was like, man, we'll see what happens. We'll see what the 1984 version. See if there's any similarities. For the most part, somewhat similar. They pick and chose certain things.
Wait, so real quick, I'm sorry. I didn't mean I don't mean to interrupt you, but I gotta ask so that the viewers, if the viewers if they're listening to our show, if they want to go watch Dune the 1984 version, where can they go and watch that?
It is on Max.
Okay, so it's on Max.
Yep. So you can go to Max and you type in Dune and you'll see like a weird. It's like an old version.
Okay. Just needed to ask because maybe somebody was wondering, hey, I kind of want to watch the old version. Where do I go to watch it?
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh wait, are you looking to watch it? This movie definitely falls in line with the freaking what's the kangaroos one that we watched? Warriors of Virtue. This one definitely falls in line with the Warriors of Virtue.
We're up even alive when it came out.
We were what?
I think he's asking if we were alive when it came out. We were not.
Who is asking?
1984 sign. Jordan Holler _
Were you even alive when it came out? No. We're not that old. Oh my gosh.
About maybe 10 years late.
Yeah, this is before our time. I didn't know this was a movie until we watched part 1. I didn't know it was a book series. I didn't know anything about it. So yeah. But yeah, definitely check it out, Jordan. Go watch the 1984 version. You'll get a good laugh in.
I'm looking at the preview right now, and you can tell it's going to be a good one.
Oh, it is not good. Dude, 19.
I can't believe you watched it. I mean, it's got some stars in it, though. That's for sure. It's got Virginia Madsen, Kyle MacLachlan. What's his face? The guy. Where is he? Patrick Stewart's in it.
This is before they were famous, I think.
I guess so. Yeah.
This is before they really got into it. But honestly, it's okay. It's okay for what it's worth. Like, I mean, you and I've watched the original Star. You don't even have Max. It's okay. Go ask your friends for a password. They'll give you a password.
That's the best way to do it.
That's the best way to do it. But you and I, we watched Star Wars, the original 3, right? Like we've watched some movies that didn't have the greatest camera quality, obviously back in the day. So it was an easy watch for someone like me, but for a newer generation, maybe Jordan, who didn't grow up watching movies like that, might be a little bit more difficult.
Wait, hang on. Let me show you guys the difference between this Dune and the 1984.
Oh no.
Dune. Okay, here we go. Let me share my. I got to do my whole screen to do this. So this right here is what's his face? His name?
Timothy Chalamet and Austin
Fade and Ratha is supposed to look like right here. Dune 2. This is what they're saying. What he's looking like. The Dune 1984 version of him. So
oh good. Yeah,
so good. I can't believe they did.
Yeah, dude. Great. I mean, honestly. So, well, also in Dune 1984 version, Paul is actually tasked to teach the Fremen how to use like these guns, but these are like voice activated guns. So like literally in the movie, he's like pointing this like weird looking gun, and he has to go and then he shoots the gun. Shooting a gun. Let me see if I can show you.
Oh no. Wait, he actually like says it out loud,
teaching
like
gun. Oh, there we go. Oh, where is it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's called the weirding way is what it's called. Let's see if I can pull it up here.
oh boy,
Okay.
I cannot wait. This better be good. This better be the best thing I've ever seen.
Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can.
We better not get any like copyright stuff. Too.
I hope not either, but I'm gonna try to play it. Really
it's worth
quick.
it. It's worth it for the live viewers.
Here we go.
The 4 viewers that we got watching right now.
If you see here, he's got this voice thing connected to his head, and then he's got the gun here. So here it goes.
This is part of the weirding way that we.
This is part of the weirding way.
Weirding.
But yeah, so like in the movie, they like go and kill some of the Harkonnens, and it's literally like just over and over again. And you're just like, what? Why? What? And where was that in the movie? Like, I was waiting for it.
They didn't have weapons. I guess they did. But you didn't. They did
Well,
have weapons. They had like a missile launcher, and then they did these laser things. One of the things that didn't make sense to me was those laser things. I was like, they're using these missiles to shoot down like the aircrafts that are shooting at them. But I'm like thinking, why don't you just use the little laser thing that just destroys everything in its way, and not these stupid little rocket launchers? That didn't make sense to me. I think they could have been done a little bit, thought about that a little bit more.
That would be too easy, Regan. That would be friggin' too easy.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
But so the Dune movie, so the 1984 version is Dune Part 1 and Dune Part 2 all in one movie. Essentially. So Messiah, the one that's coming out in I think next year, maybe, or the year after. I don't know. I don't know when it's coming out.
You think they're going to do a 2-part for the Messiah?
No, I think it's going to be one. I think it'll be 1 3-hour long movie. I don't know. Actually, I don't know because I was looking at the Dune books. There's actually 6 books.
Really?
Yep. It's a 6-book series.
Well, they got to get ready for the Holy War now. This is, I mean,
because we already had it. House Atreides, House Harkonnen, House Karina.
So they just go over all the houses and like
Battle of
the
Corrin,
houses.
The Machine Crusade. I don't know. Honestly, it probably wouldn't be a bad read to read the Dune series.
Yeah, maybe that's what we got to do.
It would be
just listen to them though. I'm not a big reader. I suck at reading, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not the best.
I've got a stack of books right here that I need to read, and they're comics. So, yeah, it tells us what kind of reader I am too. Look at us, huh? Look at us. Ain't got nothing better. Same. It's brutal. But the last thing I want to talk about, we see Shani and we see Paul. I mean, essentially split at the end of the movie. Paul is like I don't know if they're splitting. See, I don't know. They don't make it very clear, but we obviously see that Paul is leaving. Chani's staying. She's staying in Arrakis. And Paul is going off-world to the Harkonnen's daughter's princess, going with her. And I think they're going to court and get married. So that way they could take over essentially the world, fix things up. Hey, we see them kind of split.
Yeah.
So all that love, all of that, buildup of the relationship, just kind of split up there at the end. So what do you think are predictions for Messiah?
Messiah is bringing it all together. I think I don't know how this holy war is going to unfold in Messiah. It'll be very interesting to see how that whole movie comes together, because I can't really see it all unfolding in one movie. 3 hours seems a little bit too little, or even maybe
Not long enough.
Yeah, not long enough. 3 hours was pretty long yesterday when we watched this, and I was expecting. I didn't think they were going to finish it, the whole thing of what they did. So I was happy about that, but I think this has got to be a two-parter. I think this Messiah is going to have to be a two-parter, that's going to really dive down deep into Paul. And actually, I think they're going to avert from Paul and move more towards Shani on these next movies. We've already established that Paul is the Messiah, basically, that he's already seen the future. But right now, Shani it seems like she's staying behind. And
Or at least that's what we infer. We
right.
guess.
I mean, it looks like the Fremen are heading out to space and exploring whole new worlds, all these new worlds. I mean, they only know sand, nothing else. And so they're going to explore these new worlds and learn different fighting techniques in a way. Lots of men are going to be lost. But I think it's going to also dive a lot more into Shani and what's going on with her, because she's left in the dark. Obviously, Paul has already said that she will forgive me. She'll come back to me. Don't worry. He knows what he's doing. It's like Doctor Strange when he killed or gave the Times Stone to Thanos. He knew what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to lose, but in the end, he's going to come out on top. So that's one of those things that I think,
Tyler, we will never get audiobooks. We hate audiobooks.
Oh my word.
How dare she?
I'm so sorry, guys. That's what I was actually saying. That's what I'm thinking is this next movie has got to follow more of Shani. Obviously, they're not going to be like, we're not going to follow Paul anymore. But Shani is now going to be their focal point, I think, in these next movies.
I just wonder what kind of impact she's going to have moving forward, right? Like what is she going to provide for Paul that Paul's not going to have already, right? Other than love, other than a companion, right? Like, I mean, he knows, like, and again, you're absolutely right. Like, he knows what's going to happen at this point, right? Like, we can obviously see that in the movie. He knows what's going on and why, he fought Freud, whatever his name is, instead of the other guy, right? His protector. He's chosen everything specifically how it should be in the win. I just don't know what she does moving forward. I don't know what kind of value she adds moving forward, other than just kind of that other lifeline. I don't know. No clue.
Yeah, and that's why I think they're going to show more of why she's so important. Obviously, they showed her value in this movie of being a part of the what do you call it, the whole
character development,
not the character
essentially,
development. No, because the whole not conspiracy. What is it? The what word am I thinking of? Golly, like the Freeman were calling Paul through the.
You're saying
because he was the Messiah. She had a part in him being the Messiah, becoming to be the Messiah.
She helped him, yeah.
We saw that, anyways. We saw that in this movie of her helping Paul become more of this Messiah because she's the one who brought him back to life, basically.
Yeah.
And
maybe she has powers outside of what we saw that haven't been explored yet.
Right. And there's could be something like that. I mean, who knows what the whole
grand scheme,
the grand
overview,
whatever the religious thing was saying about Paul, about the Messiah, and about Shani, about what they were going to do during this basically holy war. And who knows? I think that's where Shani is going to be more involved, and it's going to bring. I think there's going to be brought back to the first Dune, where we see basically Shani stab him. I don't think it's going to be him. It's going to be somebody else, but it's going to be either his mother or maybe his sister. And but I think Shani's going to kill one of them, one of the family Atreides, the Atreides.
Huh. I don't know. Drop down your comments down below what you guys think of what's going to happen in the future of Dune. To our main freaking part of the freaking episode, we've got to talk about our main man, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Stilgar, and the amount of freaking juice he has for freaking Paul Atreides. This guy was in freaking love with the Messiah the entire movie. Every time Paul did something, he'd stare at the screen. Oh, it was written. Yes.
Do it.
Let's just say, honestly, I thought that was the funniest part of the whole movie. One of the funnier parts in terms of the comedic aspect of the movie. And now it's, I mean, Stilgar and the character, they're blowing up on social media right now in terms of memes. Javier Bardem, who also played, by the way, he also played in freaking Lyle Crocodile. Have you ever watched that movie?
I think I have partly.
It's a pretty good one. It's all right. He also plays in the Pirates of the Caribbean. He's in Little Mermaid. He's actually quite a big character or actor. But he is blowing up the freaking internet. Regan, I wanted to ask you what your favorite meme is that you've seen so far with Stilgar.
So like with Stilgar, like I didn't see a whole lot of memes until like after
we just saw the movie,
which is weird because like my phone didn't show me anything until after I saw the movie, which is kind of like they are listening in on my conversations. They really are. And it's kind of like, why? But in some ways it's helpful. Like it is helpful, to be honest, because it's like I prefer to you show me that afterwards. So I really only saw a couple today. And it was been about that Messiah thing, about him, like anything he would do, like pick his nose. It was said that he would.
It was written. It was written in this way. The funniest one that I saw, and Regan had sent me one yesterday, and I'd been like searching, just laughing at these memes. There was one, it goes something like when you're at the gas station and you land on the exact number, You know what I'm talking about? You're trying to get $9 worth of gas, and instead of going over by 1 cent, you hit 9 exactly. It was written Melakalet deep. I was dying laughing.
That's
But
great. That's great.
honestly though, I mean, he killed it though throughout that movie. He really sold us on the fact that, hey, there's 2 different sides of Freeman, right? Like as we said, there's the north side and the south side. There's a side that believes in the Messiah. They believe in Paul. And then there's a side that's like, who is this loser? Like, why should we believe him? Right. And he really portrayed, like, you know, the side that he was representing, like, really, really well. So well that he was almost like, I mean, he was like fanboying over the Messiah the entire time, right? Like over Paul. And it was, you know, he did a really good job at it, and not like in a cringy way. Like, obviously it is written, and, you know, humans make memes nowadays over anything you say, really, at this point. But he absolutely killed it, crushed it. And so, yeah. But all in all, ladies and gentlemen, that is our Dune Part 2 review. Overall, we give it a 4.8 to a 4.9. So we give it, let's meet in the middle, 4.85. So if you guys haven't seen it, we definitely recommend it. Yeah. What I did notice was when the movie came out, by the way, it had a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. It now is sitting at a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. So it has dropped from when it came out. But overall, it's a good movie. Definitely highly recommend it. If you haven't already, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, follow us everywhere. Leave a comment down below of what you want to see next, what you want to hear us review next. Next week, we're going to try to push to get someone else on the podcast, just to get a third person, or just have a good time. So other than that, ladies and gentlemen, Regan, is there anything else you want to say?
No, love you guys.
I love you guys so much.
It's a great time.
I guess we're just going to have to roll the outro. Mr. B6,000.
And that's a wrap on another hilarious and unforgettable episode of the Goof and Goober Show. We hope you had as much fun listening as we did recording. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on our future goofiness. Join us next time as we continue to explore the weird and wonderful world of laughter and entertainment. Remember, you can always connect with us on social media and share your favorite moments using hashtag Goof and Goober Show. Until next time, stay goofy, stay goober, and keep spreading smiles wherever you go. Thanks for tuning in to the Goof and Goober Show with Matthew and Regan.